Whoa! Are you kidding me? All right, now I was speechless when I first heard this. Tell you something. Paul Lidel sent me this. I think it was last Tuesday, and said, "Hey, check this out. It's not Henrik singing." I was like, "Okay." So I put it on. I was like, a good thing he said that because I was gonna say, "Are these lost Dirty Looks tapes? What do we have here?" And I got the link, and I said, "Oh my god!" I started searching this, and yeah, I got excited, dude. I got really excited. I was at work, and I was not paying attention to the job. I was excited. I have never been this excited about something new as I am right now with this kid, Ernie. I call him a kid because I'm 50 something years old. He's 19. This kid is 19, man. I cannot wait for you people to meet him. I can't wait to meet him. I mean, can you see? I don't usually get this excited, but I'm so goddamn excited. All right, let's just bring everybody in here. I gotta shut up. Paul Lidel,
What's happening, Mike?
how you doing?
Doing
And
good. How about you?
Ernie,
Oh, there he is.
there
How
he
y'all
is.
doing?
Okay, now,
Hey, Ernie.
Hey,
now,
y'all hear
first
me?
thing. Oh, I can hear you.
Good.
Can you hear him, Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. First things first. How do you say your last name? So I don't murder
Peghiny.
it.
Peghiny.
Peghini?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Italian.
Yes, mine's Batteraco. It's Italian. So,
All
hey,
right. Right
I knew
on.
I liked you, man. You're Italian. All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh
So,
yeah.
okay. So I'm going to be trying to keep up with the comments here, people. I'm going to try, but, I can't promise everything or anything. But, Ernie, I got to say, first things first, when Paul sent me this, I couldn't believe my ears. I really couldn't. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then
Wow.
finding out you were 19 and
Mike, you're
everything.
not the only one.
You're not the only one. Paul, what did you think? Because okay, Ernie sent it to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Oh, he just sent me a really nice message and said, I'd be honored if you check this out. I even covered a Dirty Look song. And I'm like, wow. Oh, yeah. And then I listened to a couple songs and I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. And then I started listening to everything else, and then going on YouTube and on Spotify and on his SoundCloud thing, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, uh, here's a guy with some serious talent, and he's 19 and he's playing all the instruments, right?
Right.
You
Yeah.
like,
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. That means a lot.
oh yeah, you're more than welcome. This is a pleasure. So was it recorded there where you sit, or?
All right. All here. I got the bass and guitar right there, and then all right here is my studio, and I have my interfaces and all that good stuff.
Right on. And you
Yeah.
engineered it as well?
What's that?
Did you engineer it as well?
Oh yeah. It was all mixed, recorded, mixed, mastered here.
By you.
By you.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Yeah.
remarkable in itself, even if if the songs weren't great and the performances. But yeah, so good for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
some of us guys, have been in, around for I couldn't do it. Okay. And it's just at 19, you're doing all this and you're motivated. You're just and it's not like okay, there's some garbage out there, and we all know that. You gotta weed through garbage. This is not garbage. Anybody that just listen to that song will agree with me that it is kick ass. And it's not just one song. It is four on your first, I think. And that
Yes.
was Settle for More. That was released in May. And
Yes, sir.
not even 3 months later, there's 3 more on Rock and Roll Survives.
Yes, sir.
Total of 8 songs recorded, including the Dirty Looks cover.
It's like 8 or 9 that are released. There's a ton of more unreleased that I've just been meaning to, put down and record. So there's a lot more coming.
That's a lot.
Right on.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Do you do anything but do this? I mean, do you have, do
Yeah.
you breathe?
I mean, I work at my local Publix. I'm going to school right now for music and audio business management, and any free time I get, I'm in here.
Right.
So
Wow. I mean, it's nice to now. Let's just get into it. When the first age you picked up your first instruments, because we know he's played every instrument on this.
And what was it? Yeah.
Right. What was it? At what age did you pick up your first instrument?
age 5, I started playing drums. My
man.
dad,
Good man.
I should mention before any of this,
We
my dad does everything too.
He plays all the instruments as well.
He does his own stuff, his own original music. He's been writing original music probably since the 80s, but
He plays a lot of different instruments though.
Yeah, he sings, he plays rhythm guitar, piano. Everybody knows him as a drummer though, because he toured with Pat Travers.
And played on a couple of his albums, right?
Yes, sir. One studio and I think a couple compilations. Paul Chapman, UFO, and Les Dudek. Those are like a couple of the big names that he's known for. But so yeah, growing up, I just watched him, doing it all. They gave my parents gave me a drum kit when I was 5, and I just started beating on those. He taught me like one groove, and that was it. And I sort of just took off. And then there's always a piano in the house, so I always just touched on that. And then, like 8th grade or 9th grade, I really wanted to start playing guitar, and that's the same time I was shown Dirty Looks by my dad. And honestly, that's what started the whole songwriting thing, was like Dirty Looks, Brittany Fox, a lot of the Northeast circuit bands.
You've mentioned Kicks. You're a big fan of Kicks and this and that.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we're all legit bands.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the best in my opinion.
You got to mention Danger.
That's
really, you have to.
Yeah, it was right at that same time when you guys announced that y'all were getting with Jason, and that's when I figured what Dangerous Toys was, and so I then started listening to them, and then COVID happened right at the same time, and so that's when I was hunkered down. That's when I got my first DAW and interface, and that's when I started like actually putting down my ideas, So, and it wasn't until earlier this year when I found my voice. And that's when I like the first Settle for More. That was like within a month or so when I like found my voice. So
by found your voice, you mean started singing?
Like I always sang growing up, I was in choir and whatnot. And like a couple years ago, I started singing on my stuff, but I wasn't doing the technique that was, what I was searching for, that I wanted on my music. And funny thing is, when I first got my first car, I just started singing to everything, a lot of Dirty Looks. I think that's what sort of made me realize that I could like start singing like the way I wanted to, with the whole rasp, whatever.
The rasp. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
I love the rasp. My first, I was into Dirty Looks growing up. Well, not growing up, but I was like 18, 19, maybe 17, 16, whatever. But Dirty Looks, Rat, Stephen Percy's got that raspy voice, and these, I love that. And I'm always drawn to that. I like melody singers, sometimes there's good, but a good rock and roll singer's got some rasp, like Brian Johnson said, it's just pack of Marlboros and a bottle of whiskey, and you know that's
That's
how I
it.
take care of my boys. You know,
Yeah, I love it.
but you're not allowed to have whiskey yet. Don't. No. I'm not gonna. You know.
Yeah. Nope.
But okay, you had I think I saw a picture of your dad with Henrik.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knew
Mhm.
Henrik.
Yeah, they played a show together. My dad was already big Dirty Looks fan, and he saw they were on the lineup, and so he managed. They were actually like next to each other in their trailers, you know, and so he just walked over and took a seat, talked to him for a good 20, 30 minutes. I think he had his phone number afterwards, so there's a little connection, you know.
That's
Yeah.
cool. What year was that?
So I figured it out. It was during like the Rumble Dog days.
Rumble Dog, baby.
So 94. It was like late 94,
Yep.
I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I just
remember that
because
came out.
my dad told me when he got in, he was like, "Yeah, there's a bunch of young dudes with him." You know, to
Right.
them, they seemed young. They're like
Child's
kids.
Play was the band then.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
remember I don't know if you're familiar with the band Child's Play, but
I've heard of
they
it.
Baltimore.
that year they became Henrik's backup band. I know because
Wow.
I had joined Dangerous Toys that year, and we played a festival together, and that was the last time I got to hang out with Henrik for quite a while. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Don't worry, Scott.
Interesting.
We're gonna play all kinds of stuff, and we
Hmm.
got stuff that early. How about okay? You know what? Now he play. Ernie plays guitar, drums, everything. Okay, so I was searching through, and I was finding stuff to bring in here. Just I want to show Ernie doing Dawkins, Mr. Scare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I went back. We're gonna get to a little bit, and this kid is legit. Watch this. But you broke the video off. It's like I want more, man.
Yeah, it was like a YouTube Shorts, I think. So like,
Yeah. It was
How'd you learn to play?
by ear.
I love it.
You know, I went through music school, like middle school, and I can't read music because like if my ears can teach me it quicker, that's just
Yeah.
what I naturally go towards, you know. And so I had to quit high school band like first year in because the teacher knew what I was doing. He was like, "All right, you're getting the hardest parts," and I was like, "No thanks."
You're getting the hardest parts.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
In
I
high school
respect people
band,
who
what were you
can
playing?
read music though.
What
I
instrument?
got in the drum line.
Oh,
I was
okay.
in the drum line and then the jazz band on drums.
Same as me.
Oh yeah, so you mentioned that. I thought
Yeah.
that was cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, our paths are similar, so that's kind of cool.
yes, sir. Yeah, that's right on. That's awesome.
And Kevin, I see your comment. There it is. Do not worry. We have it, and we are going to play it. The cover of Getting Over. Absolutely. I mean, does a great job. Now,
Thank you.
boy, I got so much shit that I want to ask, and it's like I keep forgetting. Okay, so you're self-taught,
Yes, sir.
which is And I'm okay. Some people need lessons, whatever, whatnot. I'm all self-taught on the drums. I was told I had natural beat, and if I ever took a lesson, it would ruin it. So I never did. So I'm not great, but I can hold a beat. I'm good. Uh, but I always feel like if you're self-taught, you're okay. If you get taught by a teacher, you're getting some of theirs and you're getting taught. So you're kind of becoming the teacher, trying to, you're getting their input. If you're self taught, I get getting taught a little bit like chords or basic stuff. But then if you just go by your own way, and some of the best have done that, where they just, go their own way. And some drummers just do their own beat, and this is the way it is. And some are amazing. And I love when people tell me they're self-taught. That means I'm getting all of them in their music and
It
not
also takes a lot more sort of motivation when there's not, you know, like it takes like to sit in there and listen to a record or a recording and plunk around until you hear something that sounds like that.
right.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of time, right?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
it
at
sounds like you
first,
probably spent quite a bit of time doing just that, right?
it was at first. Yeah, it was probably the first year of guitar. I was just learning AC/DC, Saxon.
Oh my God, I love this kid.
The chords, the rhythm. I mean, the foundation, and that's when I
Right.
started songwriting. And then I heard "Diary of a Madman," and that's what got me into lead playing.
Mhm.
But
Randy.
yeah, that album.
I'm sorry.
What am I trying to get at? I was I had a point I was gonna make and it already went out my head.
You're already thinking of your
Oh
next
yeah. It was the fact that all my other buddies that were learning like guitar parts, they were watching like the guitar lesson 365 videos on YouTube or something
Right.
along those lines, or they like show you how to do it. But right off the bat, I'm hearing these videos and I'm like, that's not how it's played. Like you could sort of hear when a note is played here, but it's really supposed to be up here or something.
Mhm.
It's like a pull off, but the guy in the video is doing like this. And so I had to literally just go to the record and then click the slow down version on YouTube, that feature. And then I would just go to each note, sort of like a record, like back in the day, y'all would, slow it down. So yeah.
Yeah.
So at first it took a little while. Like the Randy stuff was wow. That was hard.
Oh.
But then I went to Van Halen, a lot of Van Halen, and then
It's not a bad place to go.
But deep down inside, like writing wise, it's always been Dirty Looks, Britney Fox, AC/DC, just straightforward in your face rock and roll. And my dad's music, I should mention. It's not out yet, but I grew up to that my whole life, and I think it's up there with the good stuff. So
okay, now you mentioned Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do this, okay, before we get to other stuff.
That was a while ago. That was a little
Dude,
risky.
are you kidding? Yeah, that was a while ago. How old were you there?
I was like junior year, like 16,
13. Okay.
maybe.
Because I got one from when you were 13. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's a long song. But I got something from when you were 13,
Oh no.
and yeah, and it's like I was kind of like, wow, dude, check this out. All right, everybody, check this out real quick. Oh, by the way, this is his cover of Rush's YYZ. Okay, that's just if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. The whole 4 minute thing. I mean, that's 13 years old. There was no way I was covering Rush YYZ at 13 years old.
Well, that's like you mentioned earlier. That's all I did. I mean, middle school every day was drums after school. Every day.
For whatever it's worth, like we are talking about our similarities.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Neil Peart fanatic at
Right on.
that same age.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome, Neil. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so I was sitting there playing the same song. So
That's all. Yeah, it was 7th grade is when my dad showed me. I feel like my dad was coaching me through these years. He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna show him.
Oh yeah.
This year I'm showing him this. Next year I'll show him this."
yeah.
I don't know. It seems like it looking back, but that's all I played. It was always moving pictures to permanent waves. I mean, the long ones off of I don't know, those really long ones like the 13-minute one.
Oh yeah.
With like the cartoonish
Hemispheres and all the world's a stage, and
oh yeah, his drum solo on that. Oh my god. Yeah, Working Man.
And Neil Peart, most of us, like me, I need to have headphones on and hear the music and play along with it. Neil Peart doesn't put the music on. He just memory. And he could I've watched him play with no music, just him, drums, playing the song. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's nuts. Yeah, he was the professor for sure.
Yeah.
God.
For sure.
That was a sad day. He passed. That was the same year Eddie passed. All my heroes, it seemed, went away that year. And that's when COVID happened. That year was nuts. I mean, everything happened that year. So.
Okay, so Mike Florals from Steel City saying hi. So, hi, Mike.
What's up?
Oh God, I just had something and I forgot what it was. Oh my God. This happens when.
So you play piano as well?
Yeah. I also write like instrumental music. Like, I don't know if you can consider it like Weather Channel music, like instrumental, like
okay, yeah.
I don't know what it's called, like new age, atmospheric, pretty piano stuff. That's what I do when I'm not in my rock world.
Well, you've got different ways to express yourself, and most musicians do. They,
Sure.
express yourself here, here, here. Like Paul, he has a couple different few bands and different ways of expressing himself. This song will work over here with Paul Lidel's Scream Therapy. It won't work over here with Dangerous Toys.
And most people haven't heard a lot of my piano stuff.
Oh, you gotta put it out. I want to hear it.
Why haven't I heard it? I thought we were buddies. I thought we were friends here, dude. All right, that's it. I'm getting on a plane finally and going to Texas, and I'm gonna sit down and you're gonna play the piano for me. Deal.
Right on. Come on.
Come on. Oh shit. It's like, okay, this comment from Mitchell Gloss. This guy needs to front his own band. He has a lot of skill and potential. Tell us what's going on that front.
All right. Well, thank you, Mitchell. I love that comment. I already have a band almost ready to play my music. Right now, we're actually getting the final member in line. I got a bassist, a killer guitarist, and I think I found my drummer the other night. So hopefully that, things work out. But we've rehearsed before, like 2 times. So yeah, things are in the works. Yeah, we'll be playing shows. I'm thinking early next year for sure.
Have you fronted, like, been the lead singer at a gig before?
No,
Yeah,
I've only been behind the drum kit mostly.
Because I knew you had experience performing, but yeah. Then so wow.
Yeah, and I'll be playing rhythm / lead as well. My guitarist is so good that I want him to play some of my leads. Like at first he was just going to be the rhythm, and I'm like, yeah, no way, he's got to play some of my leads. So we'll switch over, keep things interesting.
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Now, are they the same age? I seen a picture with you and 2 other guys.
Yeah, those are my guys.
Those are your guys. Yeah. So they're young. I mean,
yeah, they're my age. They're
cool.
All 19, 20.
And that's
and into the same same kind of stuff.
You couldn't believe it. They have their own band called Caliber. It's like they're not with the singer and bassist that are on the music that you can find on Spotify, but it's killer. I actually worked with the singer that was in this band before Caliber was even a thing. It's all sort of like combined in our local scene. But they're really good. Like you have to write it down somewhere, because I don't know how I found them. I don't know how the singer found them, and then I saw them. Then they broke apart, and I'm like, "Hey, want to be in my band?
Come on over here."
Yeah, they're so good. They're great.
Cool. And then
Juan and Jose, that's their names.
Do a lot of rehearsing.
They're from Venezuela. They're not even from here. They came over back in middle school. Yeah, it's just crazy.
The way it's supposed to be. That's how things happen. They end up in your area, and next thing you know, you guys are collaborating, and and then you got I don't know how you are, but then you have other musicians to bounce ideas off of, and then boom, you guys, where this could go is sky's the limit as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to everything that's going to take place.
I like this comment. Would enjoy hearing Paul and Ernie collaborate. It would be to listen to that jam. Looking forward to the music from your forthcoming band. Ready to support. Absolutely, we're all ready to support.
Well, Ernie, I would dig that.
So
I'd be honored,
dude.
I'd be honored.
Sure.
I want to be a fly on the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you damn straight. I want to be right in that room.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Dude, I'll tell you. When somebody okay, Paul's a national touring musician. We all know this. He's up there. Now, when a national touring musician sends you a text and says, "Check this out," they don't do it a lot. There's not a lot where that gets them excited, but when they hear something and they say, "Hey," and it's happened. Paul sent me another one before a few months ago, and then this one, it was just like, we get excited when we hear it, and then when we know that they're young.
Me and Mike send stuff back and forth. He's like,
awesome.
Check this out. Check that out. Check this out. Check that.
I should mention, I was going through your interviews just to see who you've, collaborated with, and a band called Wanted from Michigan.
Yes.
I'm in contact with them, and
Good.
we may be doing some stuff in the near future.
They
So
are really good.
that's
I saw
another
'em. Yeah. They're really
connection.
good. Great guys. I tell you, when I go to a show and I see a band for the first time, the first thing I notice is if that band is hiding in their trailer or hotel room and getting to the gig when their set starts and then leaving the gig when their set's over. These guys were up front the whole night. They were third on the bill or something like that, second or third. They were up
Mhm.
front for the first band right on the rail. They went up, kicked ass. They got off. The next band, the last band was up. They were right on the rail again,
Wow,
supporting each band. And
that's awesome.
that goes so far with someone like me because then I'm like, you want my support, and you're also supporting everybody else around you. Boom. If you're hiding, then I might just say screw you, or you're sitting back there on the wall like this.
Yeah.
No, I want to see, okay, are you a fan or are you just there to, play? Okay. And they were fans and they were so good. Oh my God. Wanted is so good. I love them.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah. They put out some good music and they're young too, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's coming back to where you youngsters are bringing it back and putting it in, and you're going to get your followers, your young followers, and then rock carries on into the future.
Yeah, I love that. That was my first thought, is like, when I was listening, I'm like, oh man, this kid's going to carry the torch,
Wow.
on, and this style of music and that same attitude and everything will live on. So I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I appreciate
There you
those
go.
words. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna satisfy. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Kevin that wanted the cover of "Getting Over." Now this is Ernie covering "Getting Over" by Dirty Looks. Oh my God. Like I think I don't know who said it. Somebody said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Oh my fucking god, dude! I mean, okay, I had one guy when I posted that I was interviewing, and reached out or he commented. He's like, with the song, he's like, "Is that AI?" And
I
I'm like,
saw
Right, yeah,
"Dude,
somebody thought it was AI. I'm
I
like,
saw
AI."
multiple people text or send that. Yeah.
Right. And it's like, no, believe me, I listened and I listened and I'm like, okay, I got to find something wrong with this, because you don't want to put something out there and get behind it and then find out that you were duped. And I'm like, and talking to you, I knew I wasn't going to get duped. I'm like, no, this is legit. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, no, this is legit. And I showed the videos of you playing the guitar and playing the drums, so that people go watch your fingers and know that because people like to pick things apart. And I do it. I pick it apart and say, okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I watch fingers and I watch this. I watch that. I listen for the little things that tells me it's live guitar and this and that, and everything is screaming, this is not Memorex. This is live. This is not AI. This is live. This is Ernie. This is Call Out. This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So, but and so far, everybody's been reacting to what you got out there in a very positive light. And I'll say it, but when you try, okay, a lot of people will go after somebody for trying to mimic, and you're not trying to mimic. That's just who you are. That's what your voice sounds like. You're not, and it's sounds like Henrik, easy, but it's your voice. There's distinctions in your voice that are not in his, and you can hear it. So it's not like you're purposely trying to mimic Henrik. You're trying to be yourself, and people are responding positively, which I am so happy about, because a lot of people like to tear new musicians and even the older musicians, tear them apart for anything.
Yeah. Well, I
So
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is all great.
now,
I mean, I didn't expect any of this to happen,
I have
honestly.
to I have to also interject that like the dirty look similarities are there's a lot of things that are specifically Ernie
mhm.
and unique to him. There's like little parts like in Downfall, there's like, little proggy part and stuff. And and even the voice in certain places, you sound like Henrik, and in certain places you don't.
Right.
So so it's not like it's not like it's just lifted, but it's inspired by, which makes it that much better
Exactly.
in my opinion.
Awesome.
Exactly.
I'm glad to
Inspired.
hear that, because
Mm.
yeah, some of the comments are making me think, man, do I even sound like myself? Like,
No.
some people are like,
Yeah,
this is so
I wouldn't worry
Henrik, and
about
I'm
that.
like,
No.
I
I
love
wouldn't worry about that at
Henrik,
all.
and I
I
know
think
it's my influence, but yeah.
No. Like Paul said, don't worry about it. Be you. Always be you. Be true to yourself. Do not, and people will see right through it, which they know this is you. That's why they're not commenting bad and rude stuff. They know it's you. And as long as you're true to yourself and don't try to be somebody else, you'll always succeed, because you're being you. And there's
when a singer
nothing
tries to sound like somebody else too, you can kind of tell,
yes.
you know, or
A
when
little
they're
force.
using their own natural voice, you can sort of tell the difference. I think I can.
Yes.
Well,
Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, and it's not like Henrik, he always just sounded like him.
Mhm.
Of course. Yeah. Of
So
course.
that was his natural thing.
Yeah.
And I always thought he sounded like Udo from Accept, and everybody else thought he sounded like Bon Scott, and
Yeah.
like I don't really hear the Bon Scott thing, but they
I
all
don't.
did.
No.
Maybe Oh Ruby, but you know,
Yeah.
wasn't. I heard a story. I don't know if it's true that Max sort of told Henrik, maybe do it in the style of Bon Scott for that one bridge section. Is that true?
It kind of sounds like that also on In Your Face, because the album is that song is also
That's
on
right. Yeah, it wasn't
In Your
even. Yeah, it was
Face
before
album. So
Max.
so he may have said, play that up or whatever, but I don't think he probably even had to.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yeah. Anyway, either way, I freaking love it.
Right. But you're being yourself, and I
Yeah.
see it. I can hear you in there. Yes, there's Henrik influence. There's Steve Whiteman influence. There's, you do take influences from artists that you admire and aspire to be, and just listen to. I know my drum playing resembles Bobby Blotzer, resembles Wild McBrown, because that's just some of the drummers that I grew up with and identified right off the rip. And their straightforward style is how I am. I'm not Mark Portnoy. I'm not him. I'm never going to be a technical drummer, a Neil Peart.
Yeah.
I am a straightforward, just go for it. And it's you do take on some of them qualities, but then you make it your own.
Yeah. Awesome.
And you do.
Cool. That's my favorite stuff to play on drums, is the most simple stuff. Same thing on putting the bass tracks down. That's like been my least favorite thing, is trying to find a bassist, because people are so quick to go, oh, it's so easy, I'll be able to get this down, and then I send them the tracks and they're like, oh, can you do this in tablature, because I can't do it by ear.
Wow.
But they were like shaming my parts for being so easy. So, you can do it by ear, right?
Right.
So it's not on how easy something is to play. It's how fun it is. I love driving bass, That's my favorite instrument to put down on this stuff. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah, I love bass. It's my favorite part to put down on it. That's when my songs like come together. When I put the bass down, it's like, oh yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Hearing the contrast, the bass staying the same, guitar chord going different, and it's just, it's not unexplainable. I love it.
Right, dude. Only you know.
And that's all those bands, Dirty Looks, Brittany Fox. I mean, it's all that, straightforward sound. It's just great.
And I was thinking the same thing Steve's thinking. We're not saying take oh my God, I forgot his name already. Oh my God. Jason. Don't take Jason McMahon. But he could do a guest someday, maybe. Just guess.
I'll come down here.
Maybe I'll have to book
even
Dirty
like
Looks
that.
here in Charleston one of these days, and
Either way, if y'all come down south, I'm seeing y'all. That's
easy.
Not even a thought.
Easy.
So,
And, dude,
right on.
And there's
still, that's one of my favorite. There's not that
by the
many
way,
people
Jason
out
has
there.
lots of really nice things to say about you, by the way.
Oh, we
Yes.
we were talking. I'm like amazed.
Really?
He's sending me CDs, and I'm just like,
Yeah. He said he sent you a bunch of stuff like the broken teeth and all that.
yeah. I don't know what he sent me. He called it a care package. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's awesome. All of you guys are so nice. I can't say it enough. I had no idea any of this was going to happen. I sent that stuff to Paul months ago, and I was sort of just like, I hope he sees it. If he doesn't, that's fine. And then I'm at work and I check my phone. Paul Lidel wants to be your friend. I'm like, what? Yeah. So,
dude, I
appreciate it.
I had that same feeling when he fucking friend requested me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Dude, I'll tell you how me and Paul met. I was wearing this shirt on my very first Monsters of Rock cruise. On the very first night, I came out for a drink of water because I was watching this band over here, and I came out for a drink of water. And I walked by, and they have a little cafe, and I walked by, and there's Paul sitting there. And there's an unwritten rule on the Monsters of Rock cruise that if you see an artist and they're sitting down and they're eating, do not bother them. So,
Right.
as much as I wanted to say, "Hey, man, what's up?" I walked by, walked by, and I went up to get a drink. Next thing
Yeah.
I know, there's a tap on my shoulder. So I turn around, and lo and behold, there's Paul Lidel standing there. Where'd you get that shirt?
Wow.
And I
Yeah,
told him,
that I didn't recognize that. I've never seen that one before. And you said, "Oh, I got it from Henrik." I'm like, "Oh, wow."
I got it from
Wow.
Henrik. And
That's awesome.
It's one of
And
them
we've been
songs-
friends ever since. So.
We've been friends.
Right on.
Dude, we talked for an hour. He pulled Scott Oliver over, and we talked for an hour. And it's like, and my wife comes out of the concert, right? I see her come out of the show, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, so then I go down to tell her, "Hey, dude, you have no fucking idea what just happened. I don't care." So, but she was like, "You leave me on the first night." And I'm like, "Dude, it's one of them things." And yeah, we talked and this and that, and you never know what's going to turn into a friendship. You never know what course one simple conversation is going to make. And it's like you sent Paul that song. You didn't know, later on that, okay, Jason McMaster is going to be taught. He commented on one of the posts, "This kid fucking rocks."
I was like, what?
Jason McMaster has never commented on anything I've ever posted. Anything. But he commented when he saw you.
Right on. He's
right
great.
on.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it.
I respect all of it. I mean, I've seen all the videos. I mean, every video on YouTube of Dirty Looks with Jason. I mean, I think I've seen them all, really. I mean, I could not express how much I, am inspired by all of this. Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, good things happen. When you're good.
It's going to be this next year is going to be probably pretty big for you. I'm guessing. I mean, like,
oh yeah.
If this band starts playing live, you're going to get a lot of attention.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, we'll see. I just want to get on stage and freaking kill people's ears. That's my mission. It's my favorite thing to do. It's just play for people. I think that's the whole goal with like putting albums out, like sure people can listen to them, but it's like, so it's time for them to go see you guys,
Right.
So I think that's what it's all about. It's playing for people, live music.
That's what it's all about. That's I sit in my rock room, call it the Rock Altar, sit in here and listen to things, getting prepared to go out and watch it. And that's how it is. You just nothing like live music,
Yeah, and that's the other thing though with me. It's like I never really get excited for bands anymore, just because of the people who I really like are either not playing anymore, or they like Saxon. I couldn't believe they came to Orlando this year. That was like the first time in 30 years or something they came over, and they played with Uriah Heep as well. So, I mean, besides that and seeing Lynch Mob last year with my buddy, there's really no one else I got excited to see. So.
Go on the Monsters Rock cruise. You'd be very excited.
I've wanted to go there. I just didn't get a chance. I'm not a cruise person either. I'm sort of afraid of
Monsters on the Mountain. There's
cruises.
Plenty of stuff. We'll keep in touch. Believe me, we're going to keep in touch. And
yes, sir.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, hey, this is happening. Come on, let's go. Or this is happening. I'll leave the wife at home.
Yeah, Monsters on the Mountain was a blast.
That's all that. Yeah,
a couple weeks ago, and so yeah.
Yeah. And Spread Eagle was on the Monsters of Rock tour, right?
Hell yeah.
I love them.
That's another guy I talked to, Ray West. Love that guy. He's just Spread Eagle's one of them bands that, they hit at the wrong time, but they still have that love. People, they get out and do a show and people flock,
Yes, for sure. I tell people that's like my childhood memories are being with my dad, 5 years old in our like Impala driving around town, and I look at the dash and it's showing Broken City spread eagle.
Nice.
That's like those are my oldest memories that I have, and I just I hold them dearly.
That-
So I guess that's what molded me a little bit.
right.
So
Exactly. I used to sit there, and one of my oldest memories was I think I was in fourth grade, fifth grade, somewhere around there. I was young. I was 8 years old. And I don't remember what Kiss album it was, but one of our classmates brought in a Kiss album.
mhm.
And we would always have like show and tell or whatever like that. So she got out the little record player, the teacher did, got out the little record player, and they put the album on. And that was the first time I really actually saw, you know, I heard Kiss.
Mhm.
All I did was stare at that album going around and listening to the music come out of it, and it was like, what is this? I mean, because I was fourth grade, I don't remember, I don't know what age that was, but I was
Yeah.
like, wow, and Kiss was everywhere. So then that turned me on to like Boston. I was listening to the 70s
Yes.
bands and Molly Hatchet and this and that, Ted Nugent. It
Yeah.
turned me on to different things, and I will always remember being mesmerized by watching that. I just could not take my eyes off that album spinning around and that music that was coming out of it, and it was like your life was changing right at that moment.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's crazy.
Have
Yeah.
Ernie, are there any like newer bands that you're into, or like do you do this? Like I'll go on Spotify and it'll be like, if you like this, you might like this, and I find out about bands like Electric Mary. Have you heard them?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think I've
or
gotten into them, but
I have a really long list of my favorites, but yeah, any like that?
um not really. I mean, I would say the last band that I got into that was new to my ears, but isn't really new, like that came out past 10 years or so. It's this band called TKO. Uh,
TKO.
Brad Sinsel. Um,
Hmm.
oh my goodness. I don't think I could listen to those albums enough. In Your Face and Below the Belt. I mean, oh my
Nice.
goodness. Yeah. But besides that, it's honestly this one country artist called Hardy. And
Hardy.
he does like rock and
Yep.
country
Yep.
combined. That's the only like modern artist that I look forward to, you
Mm.
know. But besides that, like rock, like I feel like country music nowadays, like some country can be more rock and roll than like what rock's considered,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. Like I
It
feel
does.
like some rock's like more like metal, or I don't really know. Whatever it is, I mean Greta Van Fleet was cool when they came out.
Right.
I enjoyed their early stuff, but then they sort
Early
of went,
stuff.
yeah, they ventured into their own, which is
First album.
great.
Right.
They found their audience and they're like killing it. So,
Right.
but besides that, it's older stuff that I listen to, you know. So
There's a new band. I don't know if you've heard of them yet. It's called Paul Lidel's Scream Therapy. You might
he sent me
really
that. Yeah, I mean, I should have mentioned that. I felt like that was like a already like without saying thing, but
right.
I've been listening to that album for sure.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
There
going
is
to
a
school and
lot
back.
out there. I wouldn't say a lot. There are some out there that are really capturing the essence of the old, and bringing it back, and it's fun to find, and new, and
There's Red Voodoo.
Red Voodoo.
They're cool. They're
Yep,
like a like
they came
California Sammy
yeah,
Hagar
they came out
thing.
a few years ago. I think they were supposed to do the cruise, or they did do the cruise. I haven't seen them yet. I heard a couple songs. They're pretty good.
I heard
They're
they
opening
got
up for
Sammy
Lynch,
tour,
Bob.
right?
They what?
I heard they were on tour with Sammy. Or
Think so.
Yeah, I think they're opening
so.
up for his Best of All Worlds tour, which I saw when they came down. That was
Did
cool.
you?
Yeah, that was really cool. Because a lot of that stuff on like the Van Hagar stuff. I love that stuff so much. I love
I
all
am
of Van Halen.
huge Hagar era fan.
Like for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge
oh my
and
god,
Balance. Those
Balance
two
is
are
my
just
favorite.
me too. Yeah.
Balance is my
Sammy's still killing it, even, I mean, he's not a young man anymore.
I don't know what is if it's the tequila he
77.
drinks. I don't know.
I'm gonna
It's
start drinking tequila. I think.
I know.
Yeah. It's like he's not like living the healthy lifestyle either. I mean,
No.
when I saw him, he's like, man, I better stop drinking a little bit. 'Cause I'm going to be, I have to maintain.
Right.
Michael Anthony, he's right there with Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Health wise,
He
playing,
doesn't
singing.
age. Neither one of them two age. They're just still
Yeah.
killing it. And a lot. You could tell. Okay, you could tell the guys that didn't do a hell of a lot of drugs when they were younger.
Yeah.
Or quit at a decent time in their life. The
Mhm.
ones that just kept carrying it on, we know the ones that did it. They have ruined their voices. They've, they're not as good as they could have been. But you notice the guys that lived a little better, not live fast, dive young, kind of living. They're still
Or
out there.
figured it out early on.
Figured it out early on, I figured it out when I was 42 and I'm still here, so we're good.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that you do: stay away from the fucking drugs.
For
But
sure.
it was
That's a rule I got in my band.
so much fun, but goddamn, stay away from it.
Yeah, no, that's a like I said, a rule I have with anybody, like no, none of that, If I just sense anything of that, you're not in it because I don't want that
That's probably a good
influencing.
way to go because you can avoid a lot of problems that way.
Yeah, personally with the music, no outcome is good from it. So
Right,
yeah.
and this truth, big truth.
Carrie likes that.
Carrie always likes that. She's in there, and there's my dog saying he's a good man too. What did we not get to? I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I mean, so you're gonna get the band going, get rehearsed. We are going to stay in touch. I wanted to get you right on. Ask Paul. I was like, I gotta get this guy right on right now. We gotta get him going, and get him out there. But yeah, we're gonna stay in touch, and I'm sure
Sure.
Paul's gonna stay in touch with you. I mean, I'm sure Jay's you got the ear of many people right now, and many good people. Jason's great people. Paul's great people. I mean, and like Paul said earlier, this is gonna be one of them years.
It's already, yeah, with my stats, they're already starting. I'm like, that's awesome.
Right. This is gonna be one of them years that you're gonna look back and go, wow.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Both of you guys, everybody.
And we'll be doing all we can to help too. So
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm sure Jason and lots of other people are the same way too. So you have a lot of support network behind you. So I mean,
I couldn't be more appreciative of it. I really couldn't. So.
There's Blake.
There's Blake. Hey,
you knew Blake was here. Solid Grove 2025. Hey, we're all that should be a thing. Absolutely. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have a radio station. You know that. You've already sent me all kinds of stuff. Everybody, the Rock Altar, it's in rotation, new ad or new music rotation. So you will hear that quite on a regular basis. And like Paul said, we're going to push. We're going to keep you out there and make
Awesome.
sure people see you, and hear your band, know what's going on. Anything you want to send us. I'll get it on the radio. I'll get it out there, get it on the website, whatever. Paul, do whatever Paul can do. We got your back, dude. I mean,
All right. I appreciate it.
Got
Thank
your
you
back.
guys so much.
Anything you want to say before we go? Paul, Ernie?
Paul, you go ahead. I got nothing.
Ernie, it was a pleasure to meet you. You seem like a really, really cool dude and extremely talented. So that's a pretty cool combination. Yeah, so glad I got to meet you. So
yeah, no, likewise with you as well, Mr. B Rock. I mean, I couldn't be more thankful. I appreciate everybody, and their support. I couldn't be more thankful. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's sort of surreal, honestly,
Right.
Happened all so quick.
I was reading it.
No, you're good. I am too.
I know, we're all reading the comments.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, we're gonna leave. We're gonna put on which one? We started with Fill It Up in the beginning, so we're gonna do Things Are All Good to finish it out. And
awesome.
I think things are all good now.
Things are all good too.
Things are all good, man.
The song's sort of saying they're not, but right now they are.
They are.
There's no
things
question
are all
mark.
good. And believe me, it's
exclamation mark.
Exclamation point. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude. It was a pleasure meeting you. Like I said, stay in touch.
All right.
Stay in touch. Just and best wishes, man. I cannot wait to see what you do.
Thank you so much, both of you guys.
Yeah. Hey, awesome. Paul, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me. I'm
Hell
glad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Paul dropped everything tonight to be here. He cleared his schedule. I'm coming in.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us. On behalf of Ernie and Paul, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. From the comments, everybody is absolutely happy behind you, and had a great time. Check out. I'll put links up tomorrow on the Rock Altar page for your YouTube or your Spotify links and everything, so people can access your music and find it easily. And right now, we'll do Things Are All Good to finish the show. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.